Swipe Night is an interactive adventure within Tinder. It's going to run for the 4 Sundays in October from 6 p.m. to midnight in the US local time. And for our members, you come into the app and you basically go down a story. And in the story, you use our iconic swipe, left swipe, right swipe, to make decisions that advance the story. And based on the decisions you make, you unlock potential matches on Tinder. And then we hope that the story itself and having participated in the story with everybody else gives you things to talk about, icebreakers with the rest of the community.
How far has Tinder come on from being a pickup app to a meeting app, do you think? A one-night stand to, I remember going to San Francisco and doing stories on Tinder a good 6 years ago where it still raised a chuckle when you mentioned Tinder. That seems to have gone. There's sort of a Gen Z millennially acceptance about it.
Yeah, I think if you look at Gen Z, it's very clear that they're choosing, and it's a conscious choice, to stay single for much longer. The demographics are quite clear on this. And they're also very, very diverse in what they're looking for from connections and relationships. So while 7 years ago we started on a US college campus, since then, a lot of things have happened. Tinder has become a default. It's no longer the exception. It's the norm for our members, especially ones in Gen Z. When you turn 18, joining Tinder is a rite of passage.
And what about when Facebook comes along with its dating app?
It's interesting. I think the very question itself comes from the context of really about a decade ago, where there really was, for people in Gen X or older millennials, only one social network. And it was viewed at the time, there's going to be one social network to rule them all. Winner takes all, as they said. Fast forward 10 years, it's clearly not been the case. And if you look at our Gen Z members, they've grown up and lived in a world where for the entirety of their experience in the digital social universe, they've used multiple communities, each with its own special purpose. And so Tinder very clearly, it's an iconic youth brand, and it's very clearly the preeminent place to meet new people online, to connect with them. It's really not something they consider in comparison to a community that is for grandparents and parents to share pictures of their kids and grandkids with very close friends.
I'm very impressed at the way in which Tinder has managed to respond to a variety of different issues. For instance, the new way in which, for those areas for LGBTQ people that are where it is not approved or it's illegal, your status or your gender, your preference will not be shown. So you're making efforts to be relevant in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our members, unfortunately, some of our members are traveling to or going to countries where their LGBTQ status is not acceptable. It makes it for a dangerous environment. And safety, really, for Tinder broadly, both for the LGBT community and for the entire community, is extraordinarily important to us. It's really the first thing that we focus on and take incredibly seriously. And so Traveler Alert was a natural outpouring of that.